Hi everyone, Ilianna here from Friends of the LA River. Thank you all so much for joining us live today. Before I begin, I'm just going to wait a couple minutes to see if more people join. Feel free to wave, feel free to give me a thumbs up, especially if the sound is good, the video looks good. Give me a thumbs up. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining. So I'm going to be pinning here a comment. Pin comment, okay. Perfect. All right, everyone. Hi, hello everyone. Thank you all so much for joining. So today we will be doing our very first mindfulness moment. So I will be guiding you through a writing exercise. We'll be writing a sonnet. So a sonnet is a 14-line poem. Usually there's, strict rhyming rules that you need to follow, but for today, no pressure at all. I will be guiding you through each line, and we will be free writing. So whatever comes to mind, we're going to be using our imagination and our creativity. So I'll be asking you a series of 14 questions, and each question you will answer, and that will be the answer to that question will be the line in your sonnet. And so we will be choosing an object in nature. So I encourage you to choose a spot in your backyard for this practice, or maybe a comfortable spot by a window, somewhere where you could observe an object in nature. And this could be a blade of grass, it could be a flower, it could be a squirrel, or even a plant inside your house that you take care of. So this object will be the title of your poem, and you will be answering the 14 questions from the perspective of your object. So this is a good way to practice mindfulness. When you observe nature, when you're observing something in front of you, you are practicing being in the moment. When you're observing mindfully, you're not thinking about your future plans, your plans for the day, what you're gonna have for lunch, or what you're gonna watch at night. You're not thinking about something that happened yesterday. So it's a good way to ground yourself and bring yourself to the present moment. And in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, I want to offer this also as a tip to nourish your mental health and well-being. I'm by no means a mental health expert, but this is something, mindfulness is a tool that I use to help me feel more at peace, more tranquility. Stepping outside of my house, just going into my backyard or my local park has helped me tremendously during this time. It has helped me from feeling completely quarantined. And when you're observing nature, especially, you're observing beauty and you're appreciating the natural world around you. And when I say observe nature, I don't mean go into the woods or a forest. You could observe, we have nature all around us, so there are plenty of observations you can make by just looking out your window or going into your backyard. You don't have to go too far. Okay, so we will be practicing our creativity and our writing skills today. I will be guiding you through a writing exercise. We will be doing a sonnet. Writing a sonnet. A sonnet is 14 line long, and I will be asking you a series of questions. Your answers will be a line in your sonnet. And this activity was inspired by the poet Rupi. She does writing workshops, and I'm borrowing this exercise from her writing workshops. So I hope you enjoy it. I will be sharing my own sonnet at the very end, and I really hope that you share yours as well. Okay, so again, All you need for this exercise is a comfortable spot in your backyard or by a window, a fresh piece of paper, and a writing tool like a pen or a pencil. All right, so let's begin. I will be guiding you through each line by asking you a question, and you'll answer the question from the perspective of the object that you choose. So you could choose a blade of grass or a plant inside your house or a squirrel that you spot out your window. So again, we're just using some imagination, and I hope you enjoy it. So for the very first question, your first line, you will answer the question, what are you? So if you are a blade of grass, what color are you? Or how tall are you? What are you is the first question. And I'll give you about a minute to answer each question. No pressure. There are no rules. Okay, the next question is, how are you feeling right now? So does your object, from the perspective of your object, do you feel loved? Do you feel neglected? Do you feel hungry? If you're a squirrel, you might feel hungry. Next question is, where would you rather be? Would you rather be in another country, or would you rather be left alone? Would you rather be somewhere tropical? All right, again, don't think too hard. This should feel therapeutic. We're just having some fun, writing freely. All right, for your next question, what relationships do you have? Do you have friends or family? Do you get along well with the things around you? If you're a parent, this would be a great exercise to do with your child. You could sit outside and choose an object in your backyard and have your child just write and play and use their imagination to come up with some, fun answers to these questions. The next question is, what do you dream of doing? Do you dream of blooming one day? Do you dream of growing 10 feet tall? Do you dream of being gifted to someone else? So I will repeat the question. So far we have 5. I will go back and repeat. So the first one was, what are you? Second, how are you feeling right now? Third, where would you rather be? Fourth, what relationships do you have? And 5, what do you dream of doing? And again, you are answering from the perspective of your object, from the perspective of your plant or leaf or squirrel, blade of grass. The 6th question is, what worries you? If you're a plant in a garden, do you worry about weeds? Do you worry about, if you're a succulent, do you worry about getting watered too much? If you're a leaf, do you worry about getting blown away? All right, next question. What would you like others to think of you? What would you like others to think of you? Would you like others to think of you as the brightest flower in the garden, or the juiciest tomato? Whatever your object is. Next question. What keeps you awake at night? Scary thoughts, noises, an owl. What keeps you awake at night? Okay, next question is, what is the best thing you have ever done? So the object that you are, what is the best thing that you ever have done? Did you make someone laugh? Did someone stop and admire you? And did you put a smile on someone's face? Your object. What was the best thing that it has ever done? All right, the next question. The opposite. What was the worst thing you've ever done? Did you accidentally hurt someone? Did you wilt one day when you weren't getting enough water? What was the worst thing you've ever done? Remember, we're using our imagination. No pressure here. We're just free writing. Just write the first thing that comes to mind. Next question. What makes you feel guilty? What makes you feel guilty? And you could ask a question in the chat box there and I'll get to it. Next question. What is your favorite time of day or night? What is your favorite time of day or night? All right. Next question. What is the point of your life? What is the point of your life? If you are a plant in your garden, if you're a tomato plant, what is the point of your life? Your point might be, your purpose might be to nourish someone, for someone to use you to make salsa, or cut you up and put you in a sandwich. Okay, last question. How would you like to be remembered? Your object. How would you like to be remembered? As the brightest? As the tallest? Okay, and there you have it. 14 questions for your 14-line sonnet. We will be saving this video so you can always go back and rewatch if you missed a question, or if you want to just keep doing it. This is something that you could practice more than once, definitely, when you spend some time out in nature. Writing about what you're observing, even in a fantasy way, could really help ground you, bring you a sense of calm. Okay, so now I will be reading the sonnet that I wrote this morning using the same exercise. It's a 14-lined sonnet. I asked myself those same 14 questions. And the object that I chose was a cactus that I have here in my garden. So I will turn my phone so that you could see my object. So my object was that tall cactus you see there. So that was my object, and I wrote my sonnet from the perspective of that object. And I will read it out to you all. And just a little heads up, it's not perfect at all. I did this morning, it was really fun just to stay out in my backyard. There is a lot of birds out, so it was just a really beautiful moment and a nice way to start my day. So I will be reading my sonnet out loud to you. It's titled Cactus, and that was my muse there, that cactus you see. I am a tall, prickly cactus. I am feeling content and strong. There is nowhere else I'd rather be. My best friend is my neighbor, the abundant lemon tree. I dream of growing many beautiful flowers this year. I worry that someone will lean into me. I want others to think of me as grand and different from other cacti. The wise old owl keeps me up at night, or sometimes creepy possums that sneak up out of nowhere. The best thing I've ever done is bloom beautiful pink flowers that became a popular Instagram post. The worst thing I've ever done was give someone a splinter. Soaking up all of the soil's nutrients makes me feel guilty. My favorite time of day is the early afternoon because it is the best time to sunbathe. My life's purpose is to be drought tolerant and resilient. I would like to be remembered as the brightest and tallest cacti in the garden. All right, there you go. It wasn't perfect, but it was fun to do, and it was a very peaceful moment while I did this writing exercise. And I really hope that you all watch this video again, share it with your friends. I hope you all take a moment to practice mindfulness, to make an observation in nature, somewhere out in nature. And remember, it doesn't have to be somewhere far away. You could find nature in your backyard, at your local park, or even inside your house. You know, a lot of us love taking care of plants because they bring us happiness. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you feel the urge to support us and support our work, if you believe in our mission, I encourage you to visit our website, fullart.org, and click on that donate button. You can make a one-time donation. Anything would really help us keep going and support our work. Thank you. Bye-bye.